Hey all you Zealots and Zerglings, we got a 3 versus 3 game of Starcraft 2 for you here on the map Ulaan Deeps. We've got Contrarian here spawning in sort of the 9 o'clock position as the Orange Protoss with his allies. Top Viper NTL, the Yellow Protoss. And Corpsey Warpsey, the Purple Terran. Love the name Corpsey Warpsey. I'm gonna have to say that every single time. I can't cut off. It's gotta be every time. It's gotta be Corpsey Warpsey. And oh, we're all so nice and friendly here. And who are we being friendly with? Well, we've got Economist as the Blue Terran. Apparently, he is gonna make a lot of SCVs and use them judiciously. We got NU. I think it's NU is the Teal Zerg. And finally, we've got Bob, the Red Protoss. I've never heard of a Protoss called Bob before. They have names like Artanis and Phoenix and other various Protoss that I don't feel like naming everyone that I can think of right now. Certainly not Bob. And there's whoops. We don't need to chat any of these guys. We're gonna say hi guys. Have fun. Play nice. You're all winners. Heart. Anyhow, let's speed this up. There's not really that much action right now. We got some scouting around. Wow, we're really playing worker chase there. But really nothing really going on right now. We got a tech lab going on here for the Economist, which I don't know. Tech lab, is that economical? I don't know. And we are spotting an expansion here for NU, which is actually the Economist expansion. And I don't think he's going to much appreciate that because it's going to hurt him economically to not have that expansion at his disposal. It's going to hurt the bottom line. His portfolio will be a mess. And we just got a pool right now for NU, which at this stage of the game pretty standard. Warp gates are coming out here for Bob the Protoss. Looks like he's got his 4-gate on. And what are we getting here? A reactor for Corpsey Warpsey, who is going to be making mass marines. We're getting a tech lab now? Is he going for Banshees? Let's see what we got going on here. He has got... oh no, he's Caduceus Reactor, so he's going to get those upgrades. No one ever gets the Caduceus Reactor. I don't know why, because, you know, medevacs are so OP. Not only can they keep your Terran units alive forever, but they can also... drop them anywhere, and one medevac full of just about any Terran unit will just completely wreck a base. I mean, seriously, is there anything the Terrans can do? But you might actually want to get started on making those medevacs with a Caduceus Reactor. Not really very useful. Looks like we got Contrarian expanding to his proper base, getting a +1 attack upgrade. Yeah, that is still the +1 off of his 3-gate. And finally, we got Top Viper NTL, who Warp Gate is just finishing. That seems a little bit late. Only on 2. Oh no, he is on 3 gates, and he is also getting that +1 attack. And looks like we got a Link scouting around here. He's going to see this expansion here for Top Viper NTL, and those stalkers are going to make sure though he never reports back. But sorry, I think Zerger kind of telepathic, and this entire swarm probably knows what's going on now. And it looks like we got Roachling here for NU. Nothing too unusual. Oh, do we have a push out now? No. No, I'm just gonna make sure that ramp is covered because I'll make sure all the reinforcements. Oh no, wait, are we pushing out here? Oh, let's slow this down. Looks like we got some Immortal Stalker here for Bob the Protoss, and NU's got his Ling Roach. Looks like Corpsey Warpsey's going to have to pull back, and oh, looks like Top Viper NPL has some units out of position, and this is a bad engagement for them, but he has nowhere to run. He can run back here, but eventually he'll run out of space, or he can run into enemy territory. All of his options are bad, and it's going to cost him his army unless his allies can come here and save them. And it looks like Corpsey Warpsey is going to bring in a small Bioforce, which is going to distract it long enough that there's still a ton of roaches here. They're going to clean up Top Viper's forces, and ooh, they don't have much forces right here right now either. And this Immortal's not shooting though, so it's not doing the damage that it needs to be doing, and it's still shuffling around. He's like, I can't get in there, I can't get... oh, and he gets one shot off, and that's it. So one shot off for that Immortal. But it don't seem to need the Immortal, and now they have an observer here, so they have vision of the high ground. They're going to take out that supply depot, they're going to take out that reactor, which doesn't matter because that barracks isn't producing anything right now, despite the fact that he has plenty of money for it, and Contrarian's going to try to pull in here and flank them, but the roaches are inside the base, and he's going to have to watch out. He needs to focus down that Immortal. The Zealots are trying to get around it, and they have broken through the shields, and the Immortal is going to go down, and the Stalkers will go down here too, but we still have a lot of roaches in the base, and oh, actually, I got to back this up. Hold on. Did I miss anything? Did I miss something? I think I missed something. I should have... I guess this is just a Marine drop into Economist's mineral line. So while all that was going on, he was absolutely destroying the economy of Top Viper NPL. He's like, if I can't be economical, then neither can you. And if I can't be economical, then I still don't want you to be. But meanwhile, we still have a roach infestation here in Corpsey Warpsy's base. Roaches want to make sure the Corpsey Warpsy units are all Corpsey Warpsy themselves, and the medevac trying to keep that Marauder alive, but it just was not enough against so many roaches. And it looks like Bob the Protoss's forces are going to get cleaned up, but we still have a lot of roaches. Do we have enough? We need to get these Zealots around here. The Zealots can't get up there to fight the roaches. The roaches are going to do them a little bit of a favor and pull back so that they can get all the units inside the base. And we try to put in an orbital there right in front of there, and he's going to go for the mineral line. The SCVs are going to try to... No, the SCVs are going to go on the attack. They're like, no, we will not have roaches on our base. And so apparently, on top of being repair bots, harvesters, and construction workers, SCVs are also exterminators. But we still have Marines alive here for the economists, but no, I think this is going to clean them up. Yeah, I think the Stalker's actually going to survive too. Stalker's pretty good against the Marines, although usually it requires a bit of micro, and looks like Bob is kind of poking around here. Oh, looks like he can see that observer. Yeah, it's in the range of that cannon, but not in range to fire, but quick Stalkers will just drive that. Yeah, that observer is no more. So we check the units lost right now, and it looks like Top Viper NTL has lost a ton. And you're saying, anyone need resources? I bet Top Viper NPL does, and Corpsey Warpsy apparently does as well. Contrarian not losing that much in that engagement, but he didn't really lose any of his base, just basically some of his army. But you know, Bob the Protoss and NU did lose quite a bit themselves, so I don't know who's currently in the lead right now. And we check their economy, and Contrarian once again with superb economy, and he is taking this gold base up here. But oh, we got something going on here. Oh, we've got some drop ships going here, and it looks like we got some tanks, some Marines, a couple of Marauders. Where are those going? And actually, I suppose I can put up the production tab right now. And we do have a Spire coming down here for NU, so you have to get some air tech right now. But where is this drop going? Oh, it's going to go in Top Viper NTL's base, and he does not look like he's quite rebuilt. And it's looking pretty dire for him right now. He's trying to move to respond, but these 3 Stalkers are not going to be enough, and out drops the siege tank. It is going to siege up. I think there's another siege tank. Okay, that one's going to siege up as well, and it's going to be so hard to break this. There's nothing worse than a siege line that's protected by buildings, and when those buildings are your own, it's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So it looks like Viper's infrastructure is completely getting decimated, and Contrarian's going to try to blink in there and do some damage. Try to focus down that tank, but it is still surviving. No, he will get it down, but there's still another tank in the back, and if we can get that Immortal around here to help take out that tank, that will just be, that'll help out just does quite a lot. But still got a bit of a bio army here, and 4 medevacs to heal all of them, so it is going to be really hard, still hard to take care of this. And this Stalker Zealot is not going to be enough, but Top Viper NPTL has no gas, so basically all he can do right now is Zealots, and he's only got 2 warp gates, so he can only warp in 2 Zealots. And they've got him back to the corner, and they're going to try to load up and get out of there. And that medevac's going to go, but the ones with the units in there are safe, so they're going to be okay. And where's this medevac going? Oh, is it going to go drop on Contrarian's expansion here with the gold? Is it going to? What's going on? Oh no, he's not paying attention. I know where he's sending it. Oh no, all those units go down. But meanwhile, we've got another roach attack here, plus some Immortal Stalker here from Bob the Protoss, breaking down the front door, getting in here, and we got Roach Hydra now. And there is a siege tank here, which will do great against the Hydras if they can keep it protected. And it looks like they're keen to ignore the siege tank, which is great, but getting those SCVs in there is going to take a lot of splash damage, and I don't know if he can afford that, but it looks like if they continue to ignore the siege tank, they will at least be able to clean this up. But if these Immortals get word of that siege tank, No, it looks like, no, they are going to be able to take care of that. So, another huge hits to both Corpsey, Warpsy, and Top Viper MTL. They both double prong attacks twice. That is top 5 control. And it looks like we got Archons coming out here for Contrarian. He does like getting out those Archons. The Archons do have a lot of purpose, especially, we're going to get some Mutalisks now. Then the Archons are pretty good. They're pretty good against Hydros if they can get in range, but Hydros just deal out so much damage, the Archons may never quite get into range. And we got, Marine Marauder tank here again for Economist. And, well, here's where all the Archons are. Are the Archons going to be able to do anything about it? Oh, he's trying to warping in to draw the fire, but, these Archons can't quite get in there. And, I don't know. I guess he's gonna pull back. I don't know if that was enough to take this on, but now he's got a siege tank problems. And those Stalkers are gonna go walk right into it, and I don't know if that was good. Contrarian wasn't going to try to wasn't gonna try to defend that base with this army. I'm not sure if Viper should have tried as well, but if you can get those Zealots and those Marine lines, it will take a lot of splash damage. But it doesn't look like it's going to be enough, but now they're going to be trying to defend this in full force. One tank goes down, the second tank goes down, all it's got left is a stimmed pack of bio units, and they're slowly going down. The Medivacs can't do it, and he's just going to evacuate everybody else that's alive. And really, he might have been better just lifting them off and there. Well, I guess they're going to get away, and now we're going to have the siege tank right here, and it's like, oh, you got to pull back. You've got to pull back. You're sitting here right in the siege. You're sitting here right under the siege tank. What are you doing? Pull out. Pull out, Viper. It's not worth it. And here comes some reinforcements. A lot of Immortals coming out from Bob the Protoss here with the +1 attack, +1 shields. Very good for Immortals, I must say. Although, +1 shields for Immortals, yeah, I guess it would be the same for +1 shields for just about any other Protoss unit. And is there going to be enough Archons here to take out all these forces? I don't think there's going to be enough. The Hydralisks are in the back doing tons of damage, and the Roaches are soaking up all the damage the Archons dish out. Only have got a couple of Stalkers left. This Immortal is coming late to the party, and really it's going to cost him his life because there's no chance he's going to be able to take all that on his own. I know he was a brave little Immortal, but there's honestly, you've got to know your limitations, little Immortal. And it looks like they're going to try to counterattack. They're slowly falling in here. They're not coming in full force. I don't know if this is a good idea. But we'll see. It's pretty even, but with the photon cannons here helping out, it's still really, really close. I think this is really a bad engagement for NU. He may, no, it looks like he wasn't going to come out ahead on that one. But now we got another siege tank in here, Contrarian. I think you need to blink in there. He's not blinking. He needs to blink into that tank, but no, they're going to take it out anyhow. Still a lot of Marauders, just so good against the Stalkers. And now pulling off the probes, they're trying to force this back with sheer willpower. Oh, and a ton of Immortals are going to decimate these Stalkers. Just watch them burn. Oh, you gotta blink and get out of there. And I don't think that Archon might make it. Oh, and the Archon makes it with 31 shields, 10 health. That Archon is one lucky Archon, and now he will be regenerating those shields, and he'll be fine. Absolutely fine. And I hope I haven't missed any excitement on the south of the map. It looks like we had some Mutalisks harass for NU. I didn't see exactly what that did. It looks like Top Viper did rebuild his base, but no one mining there right now. Did the Mutalisks take it out? I'm not entirely sure, but we're not gonna go back right now. And it looks like things have quieted down a little bit. Everyone's trying to get their wits about them, figure out their next move. We're getting into that sticky stage of the game where you realize that there's not a lot of resources left on the map, and if you don't have one of these golds, you should seriously consider taking one. And it looks like that's exactly what NU is going to try to do, and there seems to be no contention for that spot right now. Corpsey Warpsy's not really in any position to prevent him from taking that gold, so this could just work out, and Corpsey Warpsy could or NU could have all sorts of good stuff going on there. And I don't really see what he's doing right now. Looks like he's just kind of going Roach Hydra right now. Oh, yep, getting some Roaches out. Getting Zergling speed? Getting Zergling speed is the 22-minute mark, and he has no Zerglings. Oh, no, he has 11 Zerglings. Alright, well, but if you're going to take that gold, you'll be sitting pretty. Contrarian's been mining this for a while, fairly successfully, so he's not really in any. He's going to have this thing mined out before long, and he really should get that thing repowered. I mean, he definitely use more pylons, and see, it would be very helpful in this attack right now. They're going to try to take it out. Here comes a quick stim for the Economist, but there's still a lot of Immortals, and they really don't have anything to take this on. There's some Zealots there, but they're going to be chewed up before they even get anywhere near the Immortals, except for that unfortunate little fellow, but he's still going to survive, though. Oh, well, I suppose eventually someone's going to kill him down. And here come a bunch of roaches from NU. No upgrades on those roaches right now, but I don't think it's going to matter in these numbers. I think this gold is going to go down. And here come the Archons, but that's not going to be enough to defend this base. I don't know what they need right now. Maybe some Colossus would be helpful here. As long as they can keep them away from the Immortals, that might be exactly what they need. Some maybe Colossus Sentry, perhaps. And now getting into the probe line, but ooh, that cannon's kind of distracting him a little bit, but I think now all these probes are going to, oh no, but another cannon's going to distract them, but they're going to focus down the Nexus, and the Nexus will fall, and the gold, and it's going to be barely worth it to take this gold, but someone's going to have to, because they're going to need those resources. And, oh, a probe massacre! How many probes are going to actually make it? One probe made it out of there. Oh, unbelievable. But meanwhile, we got a counterattack here from Corpsey Warpsey, who's hitting Bob the Protoss's front door. 2 pylons go down. This gate's unpowered. They're going to move to defend, and I think they're going to be able to defend this fairly successfully. But he's going to try to move in the base. If he can do as much damage as possible, he might be able to turn things around, because it's not really looking that good for him right now, if you ask me. They just don't seem to have quite the unit composition they need for this. And does he even use siege mode? He needs to, but it's way too late to siege. And Bob pulled the Protoss, pulling out the Colossus. And you just got to do whatever damage you can. You know, yeah, snipe pylons. That is going to be enough to, well, he's supply capped, and now he's supply blocked. Well, I guess that was supply blocked before, too. And, oh, I don't know if going for the Nexus is the right idea here. There's not much mining here at this base. Go for the pylons. He's going to have to spend an awful lot to rebuild them, and he doesn't really have it, although the Nexus does give supply as well. So now he's really underwater in his supply right now. And really, what does he have left? And wow, meanwhile, we had a bunch of Zealot Stalkers here for Contrarian and Top Viper doing a lot of damage, so maybe they have turned this thing around. And while all these forces were here, yeah, Bob can't rebuild his base. Does he have any probes? He does still have probes somewhere, so he can rebuild if he gets some support from his allies. He's gonna need some money from his allies if he's gonna want to be able to rebuild. And he has rebuilt. Okay, so I guess he did get some money from his buddies, and yeah, NU went back there to defend Bob, and I guess Viper and Contrarian took advantage of that and did a lot of damage, it looks like. I didn't quite see what they did, but money is getting pretty scarce right now. If we check the income right now, Corpsey Warpsey's the only one with an income. I guess he took so many hits that to his SCVs, he just wasn't able to get mining up that much. And Corpsey Warpsey's offering gas to anyone who will take it. And it looks like they're going to try to counterattack to this again, but there's not really much here, although he will lose this Templar Archives. Oh, and that probe was going to come back, but he did not make it. Contrarian needs gas. I'm not sure what he's going to be making with that gas. I guess he's just going to make some Stalkers, but ooh, Colossus Immortals. Stalkers is absolutely the wrong choice right now. But I don't really don't know what else he can do right now. And I think NU may have gotten a little out of position. He's not with his allies and taking a lot of damage here, including from cannons. Immortal on the high ground, Immortal on the low ground. Contrarian thinks that they're done, but it's so hard to tell right now who's got the upper hand in this. And here comes Corpsey Warpsey and a couple Archons Contrarian to help clean that out. See, they got separated now, and now they've got more than enough to overwhelm this force. They'll take a lot of damage, but look how quickly they're going to burn down. There's a lot of Marines in there. They'll do pretty good against the Immortals, and there's not a lot of armored units here, so the Immortals did not serve their purposes there. And it looks like Economist was going to try to take this base, but when we realized that they broke that line, he's like, oh, maybe that's not such a good idea, and more roaches are coming out for NU. If we can check the army sizes right now, it looks like 160 here for the players on the east side, and well, wow, about 200 almost, I think, for the players on the west side. So I think they are in a good position. I'm not really sure, though. It just depends on how they use it. And Contrarian going for Dark Shrine now. Because, well, I guess he was so worried about that they had lost this game, but, you know, he's Protoss, so when you're Protoss and everything's crippled about you, don't whine. Build Dark Shrine. And Economist is going to stim for some reason, which I think is a ridiculous idea. He's stimming out to take a pylon and an assimilator out, which is going to put his units at a bit of a disadvantage, or at least his medevacs at a bit of a disadvantage when this engagement happens. Oh, these Immortals really need to be sniping those Thors. And, oh, looks like NU, well, I guess Burrow just do a little bit of recharge, but it looks like they are going to be able to push them back here. I thought they were going to be able to break this, but there was just enough for them to stop it, and these Thors are probably doing tons of damage right now. And aren't bringing anything to stop this, although Contrarian could get an angle on them. He might be able to snipe. Oh, but they're going to burrow, but I think they're in range of that photon cannon. I don't see any protection right now, and I really think this is a mistake. They should have stayed back here and defended this expansion. They could have funneled all the units in there. They got a little bit surrounded, and now this expansion is going to go down. There's no way they're going to save this. They should have stayed back. Force all the units to come up here and try to defend this expansion. Oh, and the command center goes down, and that is going to be a huge economic hit for the economist, but he can still rebuild some more. He's got a ton of money right now. Almost no army. Why isn't he producing anything? He's not supply capped. He's not money capped. His production facilities are perfectly fine. He's not building anything right now. I don't get this. Here's how we're mining crazily over there. And another push. I still don't know if this is a good idea. And there's going to be a scan because those roaches were trying to get away. But nope, a quick scan is going to reveal them. And they know they're going to have to fight to survive. And some zealots here for Bob the Protoss. But they're not doing quite anything yet. And I don't really know why you're stimming to go in there. Are you trying to stim away from 2 roaches? I just don't get it. And they're going to try to focus down that tank, but I think it's going to cost these zealots their lives. And now getting healed from the medevac. Gotta love that when your zealots get healed by a medevac, as if they weren't hard enough to kill as it was. And a couple of siege tanks up here. Going to do a lot of damage to this bio army, but I don't think they have enough to prevent these tanks from going down really quickly. And now the production facilities of the economists are in deep jeopardy, and he doesn't have any of... All of his production is right here in the front. His barracks go down. Now he just got a couple of factories. He's trying to pump out a tank here, but there's no way this tank is going to survive for any time at all. Really, is that what his production facilities were? Barracks, factory, starport? Alright. And this tank will pop, but it's going to pop right into the face of Marine Zealot. And Viper is worried about base. And some DTs from Contrarian are going to be just decimating Bob, but I don't think Bob really has much left right now. In fact, no one has much left right now. And there's the GG. So that was some exciting game right there. Lots of back and forth. Lots of counterattacks, drops, 2-pronged attacks. It was just, it was just wow. That is right, Contrarian. Absolutely wow. And is not quite over yet. It was corpsey warpsey. It was a very decent game. Yeah, Viper. It was hard to tell. But it was a lot. It was really close, and it just the pendulum kept swinging back and forth. I really don't know what the difference was. I think the team on the east they overextended themselves too much. They would clean out an army in the neutral territory, and then they'd push in right here into the center of their defenses, so where the reinforcements are going to pop right up. And I think that was their mistake. If they just stayed back, and seriously, this is absurd. You better not. Thank you. If they just stayed back and defended that gold in the north, defended territory instead of always pushing forward after a big win, I think they would have carried the day. They could have rebolstered their army there, and really, it would be a little more funny, economist, if like everybody didn't do that. Oh, sigh. One Viking. You're gonna spoil perfectly good game, economist. This isn't economical. It's not economical of your time. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this game. I thought it was very exciting. All right, fine. We're gonna watch the hairdryer. Where's the hairdryer? Oh, the hairdryer's off screen. Wait. There it is. There's the hairdryer. So I hope you enjoyed this game and have a day.